It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Oakland A's. It's A's baseball coming up next. Sean Manaea will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has really good stuff. And when he's commanding his off-speed pitches like he was in his last one, he threw the ball really well, picking up the win and allowing only 2 runs. If he brings that stuff back in this one, it could be back-to-back powerhouse performances.
Now in the box, Charlie Tilson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First offering on its way. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Expecting a potential bunt, the corner infielders come way in to try to protect. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit to short. Villar is there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Now at the plate, Tim Anderson. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Anderson tends to exploit left-handed pitching. Many hitters are better against opposite-handed arms, of course, but he's considered one of the best hitters in baseball in these types of matchups. It's 2-0 now. Two and one now. Again, another foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance of getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Tim Anderson is the second out of the opening frame. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks, as the numbers there tell you the whole story. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. High in the air out to center field. Howell's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. White Sox leave 1, and now the A's offense gets its first shot here. No score. So digging in now, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. First pitch on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the A's.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. The 2-0. And he fouls this one off. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Garcia moves over. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, you know, they're hoping to get more out of the number 6 hitter. He's hitting under 250 for the season. You think about it, that's basically 1 for 4 every game with some overs mixed in there. It tells you about the inconsistency he's had so far in the batter's box.
Here's Jed Lowry now. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. From the stretch. Missed with a slider. Tapped up the first baseline. That rolls foul for strike 1. Popped up. Sanchez is calling for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. Villar on third with 2 out. And there's ball 1. In prior meetings with Miguel Gonzalez, he's 1 for 3. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Jimenez. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity. All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has, an absolute howitzer.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. One out, nobody on. To short, hit hard. VR scoops it up. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. Digging in the switch hitter, Leury Garcia. And he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. Now here it comes. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Everyone relax. Not a fastball right there. Obviously a little arm side run. He missed his spot. No big deal.
Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit as the White Sox pick up their first knock of the ball game.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, Yomer Sanchez. Ripped down the first base line. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, D-Roll, that looked like a pretty easy inning to start. All of a sudden, 2 outs and back-to-back singles, runners at first and third.
Yeah, they put traffic on it. I guess I would throw it back at you, Dan. You get 2 quick outs right there, and then you get 2 base hit knocks. Are you even concerning yourself with the traffic on the bases, or are you just trying to execute that next pitch?
You know what happens a lot of times, D-Roll, you lose concentration and get the first 2 out in the inning. You think, hey, I'm going to breeze through this and get this third guy out. Next thing you know, first and third and 2 out, you have to make some good pitches.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Hard hit ball to second. And a base hit as that'll chase the run home from third, and the White Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D-Roll. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D-Roll, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
2-0 now. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball to third, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. And that one just missed outside.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. White Sox pick up just the 1. On now to the bottom of the second, and the White Sox are out in front, 1-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Chris Davis. A real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
On the ground to third, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
First offering on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Davis aboard here at first with nobody out. Drilled to first, and that's through for a hit.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
None out, runners at first and second. Hit back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. Throw into third. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
Batting 8th, center fielder,
Striding in for Oakland, Boog Powell. First delivery to him on the way. Popped him up. Sanchez in foul ground. Makes the play, 1 away.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Tim Anderson, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Pitch on the way.
Tim Anderson.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Grounded to the right. Played on the backhand. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Striding in once again, Jose Abreu. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. 0-1, here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
A bouncer up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
In now, Wellington Castillo. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. So 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Takes this the other way to right. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, D-Row. He's turning April showers into May followers right now.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the runner will score from second.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Hero. Sometimes it's a game.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Row, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bat hit started.
Leury Garcia comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Into the corner and slicing foul. Jimenez at second. Delmonico is over at first with one away. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Joyce is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yomer Sanchez. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside. The 1-0 home. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one with just limited damage as the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on.
Leading off for the A's, the shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Belted high and deep into right center. Garcia ranging back, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton as he puts it on the ground to third. And there's one down now. Here's Jed Lowry now.
Batting, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Anderson brings it in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. And he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Anderson scoops it up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this. Standing in, Tyler Saladino looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
So we got him looking there. Tyler Saladino goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both of these guys have shown a decent fastball. Each has touched 93 so far on the gun. In there, a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
He is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played. All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
The 2-2 one more time. Fouled away.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And he's able to reach down and put this one away. Great concentration there for the second out. And the run will score from third to make this a 4-2 game. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Jump set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A ball and no strikes. Anderson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Fouled off. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Wow, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider. But tonight, completely different story. I think their approach coming to the plate tonight was to lay off that pitch until he shows he can throw it for a strike.
Hey, guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. No balls and a strike to count. 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Powell going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. In to score is the runner from first. It's now 6-2.
Wow, what a great piece of hitting here as he took a big swing at that one. Almost got it out of here for a 3-run blast, but he'll be happy with a 2-run double as well.
Yeah, he's not happy either way, but I'm sure the man on the mound is more than a bit relieved that that hit didn't turn into something worse. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. 2-2 count. Here it comes, and it's fouled away. 2-2 pitch just missed.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Digging in once again, Leury Garcia. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning, Matt. A hit here could really fire up that dugout.
The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
Boy, this is getting tough to watch. How about some strikes right here?
Had him hacking at the 2-0 change, and it's back to 2-1.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up, and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Yomerson. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And the second run will score as a potential rout is on. It's now 8-2. Ready once again, Yomer Sanchez. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Emilio Pagan answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Way in front of that fastball.
I wouldn't be surprised if he uses aggressiveness against him right here. You're going to get a swing outside the zone 1-1. Might as well fish a little bit further.
Olsen is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. Here's Chris Davis now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6.
Out the 4th inning, designated hitter, Chris Davis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too many.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Pulled toward right center field. Garcia sprinting after it. Makes the play, 1 away. Into the box, Austin Barnes looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Tilson is there. 2 gone. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 home, and he fouls this one off. Davis, the runner at third. Powell on at second with 2 down. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Swing and a line drive. And this ball's going to get down, and it should plate a couple. He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Good hitting is contagious. We all know that. He saw his buddies get some good swings earlier in the inning, and he does just the same, driving in 2 more here. The guy in the bump has got to find a way to get some outs, or he's going to be gone in a hurry.
Stepping in now, Jonathan Villar. He swings and lines it to left. And that's in there, base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, I can't fault the pitcher right now, but he better make an adjustment. This guy came into the game ice cold, but after 3 knocks, to give him another chance to beat you seems foolish.
Standing in now, Keon Broxton, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No hits to this point. The first, Gonzalez. Don't want to forget about it. Takes a knee-high fastball. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 1, if not both of them home. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Definitely an aggressive approach here, down 0-2 in the count. Instead of shortening his swing and protecting the plate, he takes a big rip and is able to drive it deep for a couple of bases and an RBI.
Into the box now, Jed Lowry, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Saladino comes up with it. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the White Sox 8 and the A's 5. And here's Tyler Saladino. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Second baseman, Tyler.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Charlie Tilson. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game. And boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're on top by 3, 8-5. Ready for another shot now, Matt Olson, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Casilla is under it. 1 down. Digging in and looking for more, Chris Davis. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the first strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
Right fielder.
So striding forward now, Matt Joyce. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Ready once again, Jose Abreu. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. The 2-1. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Well, ball 3 here. Hey, and the White Sox would love to start it in and get that leadoff guy on. They'd love to get a leadoff walk right here.
But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
Behind 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. Around first, he's digging for second. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Wow, it looked like he was carrying a piano around the bases on that one, but somehow he makes it all the way around to third for a triple. Give credit where credit is due. Nobody in the park, including me, thought he had that in him.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. He's set and the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Broxton's under it, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox. They're on top by 3, 8. Digging in to try it again. Austin.
Leading off for the Athletics, catcher, Austin Barnes.
First offering on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Center fielder,
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. This is pulled into right. Tilson back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
now batting.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. To short.
Anderson picks it up.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. A's are gone and ordered. Still looking up at an 8-5 deficit. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. White Sox on top in this one, but before we get out to the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball that just misses inside. Lifted down the line in left.
Broxton's on his horse, but it drops foul down there in the home bullpen area.
Grounded down the third baseline. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Third baseman, number 5.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yomer Sanchez. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Hard hit ball to second. Lowry's got it. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They're on top by 3, 8-5.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
And that misses, ball 1. A ball and a strike.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
Back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Keon Broxton is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Pitch outside. The throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up. So he used the slide step that time, but it didn't make a difference.
Yeah, you can't blame the pitcher on that one. He did all he could do. That was just an impressive show of speed.
VR stands at second with no outs. Popped him up. Saladino over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's Jed Lowry now. 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one.
Jed Lowry.
First pitch on its way. And this one gets away. Throw goes over to third, and the throw is behind him at third as this gets away. What a bad time for a wild pitch as the run will score from third.
That was just great awareness out there on the base pass. He bolts for third the instant the ball skips away, but he keeps his eye behind the plate all the way. And when he sees they're having trouble with it, he rockets home to score. Love that aggressiveness.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Ready for another chance? Chris Davis. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Up around the face.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Fouled away. 2 out with the man at first. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Seared down the first baseline. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left. Hander out of the bullpen. Tommy Joseph will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Ball 1.
Too low, 1-0. lays off again, and it's 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
2-1 to the A's first baseman. The 2-1 on its way. Swings through it for strike number 2. The 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And a fastball just a bit high.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
3-2 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Austin Barnes, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound. But the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. The 2-2. On the ground left side. That's a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And the throw's going to hold that second runner over at third, so they'll just plate the 1 here.
Center fielder, number 3.
So striding in. Luke Powell, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
And that one just missed outside. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch him all on the grand slam. First home run of the campaign for him as they jump ahead by 3.
And they complete the comeback with a flourish, going deep with a grand slam to take the lead. You don't get style points in this game, but I'd give them some if I could hand some out.
Into the box, Matt Chapman. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. And it's 1-1.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
A high fastball is in there. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the run is Delmonico, and that ends the inning. Another good inning for the A's. Maybe the best fans in baseball right there, and they're loving it at the 5 and dime. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Tommy Joseph will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Stephen Piscotty will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Charlie Tilson now comes forward. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Number 18.
First pitch on its way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Tim Anderson hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Liam Hendricks gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Liam Hendricks.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
The windup and the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you can see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. A ball and a strike.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. White Sox leave 1 Now the pitching needs to hold serve. They're down 11-8.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox,
Jonathan Villar will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. First delivery to him on the way. And a foul tip held on to here at strike one.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
The 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number one.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Soria, 33 years old. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
Here's Jed Lowry now, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled toward right center field. Saladino trying to get there. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends. A look there at the Bay Bridge from the East Bay side, where we are for this one from the Coliseum in Oakland. First pitch on its way. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes again, 1-2. And it's fouled away. Lays off 2-2 now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Digging in, Nicky Delmonico. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. He's in there for the second strike.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Heading after this is Broxton. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Leury Garcia. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. High strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he'll step off and try and reset. And that misses 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. The White Sox down to their last strike. Struck him out. And that'll do it tonight for the White Sox.
Man, when you're leading by 6 runs, you can't let that slip away. They were thinking about the celebration in the clubhouse a little too early, and now the other guys are celebrating in that other dugout. This one's going to sting for a long time.
11-8, the final score in this ball game. The A's put on a real offensive show with 11 runs on the board. Emilio Pagan claims the win out of the pen, his first. Liam Hendricks hammers down the 5-out save, his first of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics, 11 runs, 15 hits. No errors. They left 5 runs in.